Molweni sanibonani, good day to the people of Makanda. My name is Milani Sokutu, and I'm here with my co-hosts.
Hi guys, my name is Avuzwa Tyini.
And I am Yonela Njamela, and welcome back to
Gen Z Unfiltered. Taking a short recap, guys, to our last podcast, we spoke about the differences of growing up between the Gen Zs and the 1990s people. And we highlighted some important and common themes, ideas, and misconceptions about the growing up experience, which are some of them touching on that the Gen Zs are loud since we're born into this digital era whereby we're all over the phones, all over the internet, and basically the 1990s were born in the dark since they had limited ways of communication, such as they could only communicate through via phone calls, SMSs, and their only way of entertainment was sharing stories and folktales. So that was one of the thingies that we touched on our last podcast. What else did we touch on, guys?
We also mentioned the 90-day rule, where girls back in the day would wait for 90 days before they give the cookie.
We also spoke about Njamela, abantu babenxiba yakudala, where they used to cover their borders, but now gogo siyakwazi ukuveza amathanga ethu, whereas lonto yayingenziwa kudala.
And another thing we touched on that was important in our last podcast is that the 90s believe that the Gen Zs are so lazy since we're born in this era where everything is so easy and at your door. So that we end up relying on these soft options and these shortcomings, such as we know that the Gen Zs are now, since we're born in this digital era, and now make money in the digital era. So they choose Uguti to make money in a way that is so easy for them compared to the 90s people whereby they had to go outside and do hard labor. Nowadays, Gen Zs make money through content creation. As we see, content creation is going viral, guys. Almost everyone is a content creator nowadays. You can also wake up and be a content creator.
Oh, definitely. Especially on TikTok and Instagram, where you just post one picture on Instagram, for example. Mm-hmm. You post one picture and next thing, you get paid a bunch of dollars just for posting on Instagram. And on TikTok, you get promotions and brand deals if you have a bunch of followings and stuff.
Yeah, nowadays, it's a thing of having a huge following. The money is in the internet. And now the Gen Zs actually see that and go for that instead of actually going outside, acquiring skills, other skills outside of the internet, such as going outside, going for an interview and working at an actual job whereby you actually do work instead of sitting down and be in front of a camera.
Okay, let's talk about how kids nowadays, okay, I don't want to say kids, but the Gen Z themselves will literally drop out of school just so they can create content and make money on the internet. So obviously now I would understand why our parents or people back in the day would think that we are very lazy,
yes.
Because we're leaving school just for content creation to make money on the internet. This also leads to us doing things that let's say, things that are not very pleasant. Let's talk about what you call it?
What?
There's things that people do in the internet nowadays where they post something on a private page.
Oh, OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yes.
OnlyFans. Guys, that's a thing now that's ladies are actually getting into to make money.
Ladies, honey.
I've never seen a man in OnlyFans. It's very, is it very rare?
It's not rare. Trust me, guys and girls are doing all this. What you call it?
OnlyFans.
I feel so old. But anyway, the OnlyFans. And literally people could post their foot and get paid for posting their foot on their OnlyFans. So I've heard. And we have famous people who do this too, like Black China, for example, who would just post her body and she gets a bunch of like dollars just for that. And it makes me think of how I don't want to be rude about it, but like how things have shifted from back in the day. How when people, women, men had to work very hard in order to get just a simple pay. You know, from like working 9 to 5. First of all, or even later than, like even after hours, just to get the
bare minimum.
Yeah, the bare minimum. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, I'm ashamed.
And also this OnlyFans thingy, I get why the 90s people would think, okay, the Gen Zs are so like ruining the way we grew up, like they're lessening the importance of our bodies as women and as people, actually as individuals as a whole, because like you're degrading to them, we are degrading the value of your body, because like now you're talking, what do you mean, Wuti? You're going to take a picture of your body and then post it for everyone to see, just to get a few bucks. I'm
assuming you're disagreeing with this whole OnlyFans thing. I'm not saying I'm disagreeing, and I'm not saying I'm agreeing with it.
I mean, I'm disagreeing.
Listen to this. People, especially in this day and age, this is how we make money. This is literally the way, like the easiest way to make money. Because now, in order for you to enter, let's say, for example, I want to do acting. In order for me to do acting, I have to have a bunch of followers. You get what I mean? And some people get followers in different ways than others. So maybe this is the way they get followers. For example, they gain followers on their OnlyFans, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be like a part of your body. It can literally be your hands. And no one knows who you are.
Guys, what is this thing of OnlyFans? Me, I understand OnlyFans is posting your
it's not only
your body and
not only your
stuff
body.
like that.
Literally, it could be your hands, because people, I don't want to say, people get pleasure from the smallest things, the hands, the leg, the feet, anything, literally. So that's what I'm saying.
And also, guys, on my side, I have a very it's a real example. In my area, I don't know which year, I'm not sure. But then it's when my friend is a friend. But then it's someone that lived close to my home. Yeah. So Lendo Mazana was doing OnlyFans. So she posted a picture of Unomzimba, like a really beautiful body. So at school, she was not doing well. So kuyabona as friends kwasidibana sicinga second option on what to do xa isikolo singasebenzi.
Yeah.
Like quickest ways to do money. So yena nechomi zakhe decided to do OnlyFans, right?
Wow.
They did OnlyFans. And then ke she got money from a man, right? Wayiqhela waqhubekeka until her parents found it out, guys. Oh, and then Baba found out okay, she was doing OnlyFans. And guys too. The sad part, and then she went to go live in streets. So now it's on border, and I'm like, yo, OnlyFans girl, do you do that? Because look at you now. So I feel like sometimes OnlyFans, and I recommend, man, guys. Because
so you support me?
Yes,
you support me.
I do, but not 100%. Because
no, guys, yes, carry on.
Not 100%, but then the aggression on Milani. Sometimes we are sebenza, sometimes akasebenzi.
I guess it depends who the person is and who taught them who their parents are and how their background is. You know, you're born into the child.
I was posting my bums.
It doesn't necessarily have to be the bums. You're not understanding the concept.
Because I feel like. Ma posting yaw ne bums.
Okay, what?
Imali.
It's not gonna be the same.
Obviously. So obviously now you're gonna move from the feet to the bum.
Also yaw and then nike imali yaw ngazibona nalapha.
But like some feet are beautiful. Some feet are beautiful. Hence, that is done.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, again, I put on WhatsApp and then post and then get money.
Oh, wow.
Guys.
The thing is,
I feel like those men want like hips, bums, like they want money. Okay, this is what I want. So, guys, I feel like you can't post in your on OnlyFans and there.
And the thing is, if you post your feet, of course you're gonna post your feet. That's not gonna get likes that are more than bums, you see. You're not gonna get likes that are more than bums. And plus, if you start with your feet, of course, eventually you have to go up and up and up and up to other areas that should be like unseen. Wabona, like private areas. Wabona. So like that's the OnlyFans that I know, whereby you post stuff that are not supposed to be seen by the whole Lizwe.
Hence, it's called OnlyFans.
Another form of how Gen Zs make money in a easy and lazy way, if I could put it like that, is the egg donation and sperm donation thing, whereby ladies donate their eggs and men donate their sperms, and then they get a ton of cash.
And guys, we donated only 160K.
Yo.
Okay.
In SA.
And it's a recent
In
thing,
SA.
guys. It's a recent thing, though, if we speaking about, like, it just started happening because it started in America where, I bet they used to sell the eggs and stuff like that. But in SA, it's a recent thing. And selling your egg is 60K. One egg. I'm assuming, hopefully.
Whoa.
One egg. And then I think sperms is like 8K. Yes.
8K.
Just for sperms. But like that shows the difference in value.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. But like, guys, since it costs that kind of cash, doesn't it have kind of disadvantages to it?
Do you think? No, I don't.
Like, it's something. How do they take out the eggs? Of course, they're gonna do operations on you and
also,
stuff
guys,
like that.
I think we're going to survive because
No,
because the dangers of doing it, the process.
No, you can. You most definitely you'll survive, and the egg has to work. It has to be a good egg. If it's not a good egg, it's not that. It's not that. It's just that they check the egg name
before operating me.
No. Oh yes. I think they first check the egg while still obviously in you and stuff, and then they check Uguti. Is it working or is it not working and stuff? So
guys, can you imagine the commentating semaqanda like the show bangawo
hayi ngamaqanda kaloku iqanda one egg
Guys,
but like it shows the laziness of not the laziness but like the fact that we think that we can get things so easily as Gen Z. We don't think about maybe we need to work for what we if we want money.
Yes.
And also it's all about that. It's all about money when it comes to this generation. Like we just want imali. Sifuna imali ka.
And also, guys, I feel like the cost of living is too high.
Yes.
So
It makes sense though. It makes
main
sense.
thing ifunekayo.
and like going back to this influencer life thingy and seeing life in the media, like we tend to chase the life that we see in the media.
And also,
So
guys, I feel like the pressure sebenza good.
Peer pressure.
Yes, and
Peer
like
pressure is real.
FOMO, guys. FOMO is a real thing.
No.
We don't actually like evaluate and think about the dangers that we put ourselves in. For example, in this egg donation, how do you know they are not taking out organs?
No, they exactly.
How do you know?
Exactly.
And then you're gonna see right after, because like you didn't think about it. You just thought of the money. You're not thinking of how the process of like donating your eggs is gonna affect your
You're
body.
just like, no, I want the 60K. And
Yeah,
that's
I don't care whatever happens.
As long
You're
as
not
I get that, I'm fine.
You're not thinking of the future, of
You know-
what's gonna happen in the future, because it might affect you as you grow up. Because maybe say you wanna have kids in the next 10 years, and you can't because of what you did in the previous years.
You know what this is making me think about? This is making me think about how you see our generation usually says, Tyler Perry didn't go to school. Tyler Perry didn't finish school. Why should I finish school?
Yes.
You know that? So, Nanku Ubani, what's this guy's name? The one who created technology.
The guy who created technology.
Yes, I'm assuming.
I'm knowing about, say,
He was the richest guy until he's not the richest guy.
oh, no. I'm gonna
Bill
compare.
Gates.
I'm
Bill
gonna.
Gates.
Is he not the one who created Apple in his garage?
I don't know. Maybe it's him. I don't know. But like, the guy, but the guy, Bill Gates. Let's talk about Bill Gates.
Okay.
Bill Gates didn't finish school, but he is rich. Okay, was filthy rich because he divorced his wife, so he's not as rich anymore. But Yeah.
But guys, I also feel like in the 7-0 Bill Gates,
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. But the Gen Z just think it's okay if someone else was able to.
I'll also be able to.
Yes, if someone else was able to not study, not finish school, and become a billionaire, why can't I be in that same situation?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And we forget to think that, in as much as these people did not finish school, they were intelligent. You get what I mean? They were smart enough to think of business ideas, even though they didn't finish school. Yeah, we learned and they try. But us, we just think about the bag.
And
We just think about the money. Ibag siyifuna kanjani in easy ways without
Exactly.
thinking. Asingi,
Of the
but
consequences.
not apart from the consequences. We're not thinking about how we can make the money, how we can work to get the money. We are just thinking, what's the easiest way to make the money? Yeah,
Oh, and going back to the person who like created Apple from the garage, it was Steve Jobs. He created Apple in the garage, and like these people are so rich, like they're so rich that we envy them.
Yes.
As the Gen Zs, we envy them, and sometimes we're not gonna be the same. People aren't the same. Maybe that person was born with that skill. Maybe that person didn't need
Exactly
to
what I
learn
was
that
saying.
much from that skill. He just thought of A and B and then put it
Exactly what
together
I'm
to
saying.
come up with
Exactly
something.
what I'm saying when I'm saying that these people had an idea, hence they dropped out of school. They had a vision of, okay, this is what I want. Njengoba ngizoshiya isikolo, this is what I want. And now we are following that, but without thinking. We're just thinking of the easiest way to make the money.
Yes, and also consider the fact that these people, they were born into rich families already.
Yeah.
They had the resources, they had the money, they had the power, they had the influence, they had everything.
They had help.
Whereby, yes,
And
they had connections. Exactly.
From scratch. because-
Especially in SA. SA doesn't have a lot of money, guys. Like we are not rich. Few people are rich here. Like few
Exactly.
people are rich.
Guys, yo.
Hectic stuff.
So like you have to consider, like, don't envy. That's my advice to the Gen Zs. Like, okay, fine, it's cool to see and be inspired, but like don't envy too much whereby you put yourself to a point like you're placing yourself in uncomfortable positions whereby you're doing something out of your morals to gain something better, because like taking into consideration this OnlyFans thingy, because in the situation in Dubai, they took this thingy of the OnlyFans thingies, and then they saw, okay, these people are like desperate for money because like they're posting themselves, they're posting spaces that shouldn't be shown to the whole world, and then they take that desperation and then they use it to their advantage, because that's how rich people are. Like they take advantage of the poor ones, the desperate ones, to please themselves. Wabo. So like they ended up pooping on their faces.
And this is
Babosha,
basically,
guys.
Because of Imali.
That's degrade. How much, like, I have so much self-respect for myself.
Exactly.
I would never allow that to happen to me, no matter what. I didn't hear much about this whole Dubai situation, but one thing I know for sure,
Exactly. This is why I'm talking about how the reason, like, us being lazy is like also putting us at a disadvantage, especially as women, because they're taking advantage of that. They see that you're desperate, they see that you're willing to do anything to get that cash, and then they're gonna make you do anything that they want you to do in order to give you that cash. And like, imagine someone washing on your face and then ufumane 10K. Like, uphuma kanjani lapho?
Yazi ndiyabawula uyazi uba babethenjiswe how much.
I really
The
wanna
thing
know.
is, nale mali izophela.
Exactly.
But then
Imali ongayisebenzelanga, guys, finishes real quickly.
Exactly.
Let me tell you that it finishes very fast because you didn't work for it. Hence, back in the day, they used to work for imali 9 to 5, as I said, that they worked for imali ababantu bakudala. Hence, they knew the value of the money. Hence, they were able to know, okay, this one is for my family. This is okay, maybe for myself. But like, they had value for money. Nowadays, we just spend money like no one's business.
Yeah.
Yes. We don't even think about
Long-term
goals. I'm gonna need this money in the future. Hence, we just put ourselves in sticky situations where we feel desperate and we want la mali. Like
Exactly.
we make sure we get it.
It's
you
the
know?
pressure, guys.
And
Like the pressure. is
Exactly
high.
what I said. The pressure. Yes,
And also, I believe that we sometimes, maybe it's not that we're lazy, right, as the Gen Zs, but we take the concept of work smarter, not harder, too seriously. Like, we take it literally, like, okay, I would not wake up at 8 and then get to work at 9 and then work up until 5 p.m. Yabo, I'm too young for that, or I'm too good for that. I have
pretty for
more.
that.
Yes, I'm so pretty for that. I'm just a girl. I'm just a guy.
I just
I'm just a
need someone
gentleman.
I just need someone to take care of me. That's
Exactly, yeah, but and then we see these things on the TV about housewives, and you see people
You
who
see
say,
that one?
hey, but guys, these people live
see
softly.
that one?
Bahlala endlini barak, bafumana imali.
Oh, now you're touching on something else. Those housewife people who try, like, who obviously get married to rich people, and then they open businesses after that.
Yes.
You see, still, in as much as they are housewives, they still think, okay, let me open a business.
Yes,
Yabon?
exactly.
As Tina, one as housewives, sifuna bandoni, see housewives, and that's it.
Exactly,
Don't
not
think,
do
okay,
anything on the side.
Yeah.
So, I see.
I think we should think more smarter
yeah, I
in
think
future.
Yeah, the Gen Zs should just the advice should be like, don't take the quote work smarter, not harder too seriously.
Too literal.
Or
yes.
like the smarter version, like the smart part, like think of it as starting your own business, thinking something intellectual, not something's work smarter using your body or just being lazy.
Also,
Yeah, but nothing good comes out from being lazy, but just staying out in bed and just posting yourself. You're just endangering yourself. You're not growing as a person. So just work hard, read, study, and just do things ethically and morally. Yeah, but do things the way you were taught on how to do things. That's the basic and best advice I would give to the Gen Zs.
And also, guys, I feel like lendo yoba sends like OnlyFans. Asiyenzi for the sake of just doing it. Sometimes you have pof matter. Sometimes sinamatyala, guys.
Yes.
Sityala universities, and yes, our parents work, but then on 9 to 5 abazukwazi ukubhatala
Yes,
loo
to cover
matyala
all
because
the
you have siblings
expenses.
at home. Abazali bethu have amatyala kwabona yabo.
Yes.
So I feel like sometimes yenza because sifuna ukhawulelana.
Yes,
Neemeko
neemeko.
you understand. So I feel like abantu bangajudge la kaloku bade bajudge bagqithisele without knowing the background of why we're doing it.
Yes, without knowing what is pushing
Exactly.
us to doing lonto siyenzayo.
Because bona abantwana bayo uhayi wethu bafuna imali. That's it. Mindset yabo bathanda imali ekhawulezayo. Sometimes asifuna imali ekhawulezayo, but then we have problems.
Debts.
And
Exactly.
Exactly.
And we need to pay for those things. Abanye abazali, they die owing. Next thing, you are the one owing that debt. So it's better we find easier solutions into paying for those abo amatyala.
And abanye guys, abazali basweleka. So the firstborn need to take the responsibility of being a parent. Yabo.
Yes.
So I feel
And they are
like
forced
asiyenze for this. Sometimes okanye abanye they are not doing it for the sake of
Abanye
just
are
doing
just
it.
doing it
Abanye
because
because bafuna imali.
imali.
Yes,
that's
yes. And like the people that are doing it for the sake of money and like they are okay back home, but they just want to do
Extra cash.
this for themselves because like maybe at home they feel like, okay, 5K per month is not enough for me. I want more than that.
5K, guys.
Ne, yeah, but those people are like baqumelela abanye abantu, like they're making it seem to other people that okay, everyone is doing it for the sake of imali, yabo, without actually considering like, okay, there are actually people out there who are actually suffering shame.
Exactly.
Yabo, like there are people who see their parents struggling, like crying every night because baxakene namatyala amakhulu and stuff like that. And like they want to see, no child wants to see their parents sad or upset.
Suffering.
Yabo.
Yeah.
And then if you see your parent like sokola yena for herself, uphinde very still kubekho wena, you have to study, you have to whatever. And school fees are expensive, guys.
Where's university?
School fees, university level, like it's really expensive. So that's why other people end up dropping out to focus on their content creation, OnlyFans thingies, because they see ukuthi, okay, these school fees thingy weighs on their parents, because vele parents were born in the dark areas, whereby abanye some bayeka nokufunda bavele bayeka ukuphangela, abanye zange bafunda at all, because back then bekunzima guys, bekunzima for real. Yes, so like in a way, yes, it is wrong because like asifundswanga ngaloo ndlela, and we know ukuthi okay, umzimba is something a sacred, umzimba yinto yakho and your pride. Yes, like exactly, for like religious people, like as myself as a Christian, we believe that okay, umzimba is the body, is the temple of Christ. Exactly. Suppose uzigcinela wena and the 90 days rule thingy, like uzigcinela wena and your husband. So now if you're gonna be ubuveza, then other people are gonna view it as if okay man ntombazana uhlisa ixabiso lomzimba, like ngoku izoba ngathi kwamadoda ukumzimba abazusibonela ntweni, because like ngoku amadoda bayayazi whatever is under that skirt, bayayibona njena njani what's under that skirt, so guys, in a way, okay, it is wrong. It is really wrong in a way, because totally judgment, because ayondlela, especially black people, especially to black people, ayondlela yokwenza lena yokuthi okay uyaveza and show to the internet, vele you're gonna get a lot of hate, but like sometimes let's just think okay, why is this person doing such things? Because you can never show your body njena njani to abanye abantu, but like it takes like, but okay, cinga wena, would you uzveze wena nje on a random day, uzveze on the internet for la mali nje, for the sake of ubene mali?
Would you want your own child, when even your unborn child obviously, to show themselves on the internet like that?
Exactly. So
but I think I can understand why people back in the day would be mad about this whole thing, and obviously it's not something that people are used to seeing, and it's something new because of this era that we live in. But it's how people are surviving, it's how people are making it through life. So therefore I believe that no one should be judged for that. No one should be judged for how they make money and how they make a living. It does not matter how like, it doesn't matter what you believe in and what you don't believe in. Just don't judge people. No one has the right to judge.
Yes,
I think.
Yes, we should be like really empathetic and considerate.
Yes,
in situations
if you see
like
that
this.
Okay, Nkambe, this person is doing this situation, and you feel and you don't really like it, then do what you can do to help that person.
Exactly.
Instead of judging, because
Instead
you
of
don't
judging
know where they are coming from.
Exactly what I said. Guys, if you are born a judge,
exactly, judge inside. Please. Like you don't have to voice out your hate. But you don't have to voice out your hate. That person, you don't know what that person is really going through. Because Nati, we suffer in different ways.
Exactly.
We really do suffer in different ways.
Freedom of speech is not forced. You don't have to speak.
Yes, if it's negative, don't speak.
If you don't have anything nice to say,
keep quiet.
Shut
up. And now in our presence, we have an anonymous guest that would like to share their thoughts and opinions on this matter of the Gen Zs making money in an easy way, about this OnlyFans thingy. So let's give it up to her. Sawubona sis.
Yebo, sanibona, ngiyabonga ngethuba. Kulento le yama Gen Z ngokuthi like athathe imizimba yabo ukusebenzisa ukuthi bathole imali extra. I really do not support that, because that is not the reason. Ukuqala akuyona reason leyo. Like ziningi izinto ongazenza, even ngisho ngathiwa unama debt okanye unani. Like most of our parents, okay, fine, like abafundanga, abalithonanga ithuba lokufunda, but they work so hard. Abanye bayinikela basebenza even kuma factory emafemini bezamela thina imali, and then wena so uzokwenza excuse ukuthi just because udinga imali sekwamela uyodayisa ngomzimba. That is not nje ireason. Angihambisani naleyo nto. Even umuntu ofaka like short skirts, zonke lezo zinto lezo nje. No, I do not support that. Like umzimba uyithempela uNkulunkulu. There is no way ukuthi all along from umncane since umuntu emncane bekukhona bo Sunday school and everything uyafundisa ukuthi okay umuntu wesifazane uyiphatha kanje umuntu wesilisa uyiphatha kanje so nje I don't support indaba yokuthi umuntu mina afake igete ezincane that is ubusathane. Imagine ingane yakho ena 4 inomzali wayo ona 30 umzali wakho una 30 njengamanje wena una 4 uyambona ufaka ama miniskirt lengane izokhula yini oyifundisa ingane yakho. In fact akwazi ukuthi ungathi ufaka izinto ezincane just because you have a right to ukuthi showcase umzimba wakho. Shame ngiyaphikisana nje naleyo nto. Yeah
nginombuzo ngakuwe. Kwakukho indlela ukuthiwa kukho kulamaxesha ngoku kuthiwa freedom of expression. Indlela ukuthi ogqoka ngayo is ixhomeke kuwena and also ngokuthi ugqoka iminisketi is not you saying okay mfana I'm showing my body kumfana or ndifuna ukufunwa and stuff like that. Mhlawumbe it can be on a sunny day kushushu lapha phandle and I saw ndigqoke ibhrukwe or ndigqoke a long skirt because kushushu lapha phandle. So would you say that like naleyo is demonic or umsebenzi or wrong?
Apart from being demonic, like I'm going to the beach. I'm not going to go to the beach wearing ibhlukelide. That is not possible. And it's not my fault that ukuthi kukho abanye abantu naba abazobhukuda ebeach namgegqokela ishort yami.
Yes, okay, it's fine. There's a difference between umuntu osebeach nomuntu osetown. There are people umuntu avela afaka shorts even esetown, and there is no reason yokuthi wena ufaka like ama short skirts just because ngiyashisa kudala kushisa sizalo kushisa abantu bazale kushisa vele ngeke kuze kuye kushisa. So ngisho nje wena unga supporta ngalokho nje ayi.
So manje ibhluku emele lishaye phansi iskirt emele lishaye lapha phansi. Ngisho noma sekuthiwa kuyashisa.
No, indlela ogqoka ngayo be considerate. Like zikhona ingubo ezicover umzimba but futhi ezokwenza ukuthi ungashisa. There is a summer dress if you're a woman. There is maybe like if uthanda abablock there is about tricot, amajinda, amafishan, izamawona. Try
something called fashion right now and that's what we're following. Back in the day, if I'm being honest, they used to not dress a lot nabo. If you look at people that we look up to, Abu Aliyah and stuff like that. Aliyah used to just wear bra back in the day, bra and then a crop top and like low rise jeans. Because that was still back in the day. Nothing has changed. It's just that things have evolved in a different way, but it's still the same thing because fashion comes and goes. So lentosenzayo ayikho yinja into vele ebisenziwe.
It's not new because loyo muntu bekagqugquzela lento eniyenzayo right now. Angithi manje senibhekela kuyena ukuthi yena bawenzani. But mina I'm proud about our parents or ama 90s lawa aqhubekayo agqugquzela ukuthi like you have to cover your body, you have to respect yourself, you have to, like everything ukuthi ungadesi ngomzimba wakho. At least i-80% yabo ikwazile ukuwina lokho kubantwana babo. Even ngisho kungaba bad but umuntu kuyamnika imfundiso uthi even you are away usevarsity or usetown or kuphi ufake into encane ubowazi ukuthi lento engenza wrong. You know me ngisevarsity right now but if ngifaka like mangasuke nje ngifaka iminiskirt ngisho kwebathroom mangiphuma ngeminiskirt bini ngisho kuthiwa ngekitchen ngisendele angiphumi ngaleyo nto. What if ngihlangana nomuntu wesilisa like noma ngathi ubanja ngithanda ukuhamba ngingabe comfortable ngeke ungibone nje ngiphuma eminyango ngihamba ngiye town ngento emfishane yini lento engigqokile because leyo nto iyaphila kumina ukuthi
Cela ubuza ke
no
abafana bona bavumelekile bona bahambe beveze isisu zabo nama muscle abo.
Yeah, I will say yes.
Kanjani?
I will say yes.
Kanjani siswami?
Because you know what, abantu besifazane they are always victim in most of things and abantu besifazane yibo abazwelayo kakhulu. Abantu besifazane ibona abazwelayo kakhulu. So abantu besilisa I would not say ukuthi bayaheha ngale like ezumuntu wesifazane indlela adale ngayo angeke umuntu wesifazane bambalwa abanokuthi umuntu ahambe uyishelela umfana yabo. So if wena ufake imini skirt umfana vele obvious uzoheheka awuzukuba nayo clue noba uyakuthanda noma ngasakuthanda angithi usumvezela amathanga wena uzothanda leyo nto ke.
Listen, there's also this thing where masses veze like sasigqoka mini skirts 999, that's when things happen, right, between a man. That's when a man starts saying, okay, lo mntana lo ndamfuna because uveze ithanga, lo mntana ndimenze le nto ndimenze yona because of uveze ithanga. So we can't control how men feel based on how we are dressed. Yabo leyo nto. It doesn't matter ukuthi sigqoke kanjani, because mina mhlambe ngingagqoka leyo sundress ke oyikhulumayo ende engibambile, abona hips umfana, abona izinqa umfana, athi still afuna ukugala. You see what I mean? It doesn't matter ukuthi ugqoke.
It's rare. Akujwayelekile nje, akujwayelekile. Most men they support umuntu wesifazana, no support like okuthanda ukucoverisha umzimba wakhe, ohlonipha umzimba wakhe. Most of the time abantu besilisa aba serious, they like umuntu support, like othanda ukuthi awucoverisha umzimba wakhe, because umuntu wesilisa if unawo usajola, angithi nisajola right now, then ubuka umuntu angamenza unkosikazi kusasa. Imagine unkosikazi wakho ushaya ama shots, bewungashona kuzokwenzakala, uzothi lo muntu wesilisa eshonile namhlanje, and then after 2 days unkosikazi wakhe sekayajola, angithi phela ufaka ama miniskirt nje, impilo yakhe ufana neyengane impilo yaleyo muntu le. Kahle mina nje ngiyithatha kanjalo.
Okay, Siswam,
I think we can agree to disagree when it comes to this topic, because we all have our own opinions and perspectives when it comes to things.
Me personally, I understand. I see where you're coming from. Ne? I see where you're coming from, but like times have changed, times have evolved. Ne? So like we have to take that into consideration, and also like indlela express ourselves is different. Ne? So like you're talking about a woman should wear this and this and this and this and this. They shouldn't be too revealing, and stuff like that. How do you then make of the issue whereby yabona our traditional way? Yabo ukubona mhlambi, I don't know, is it Zulu? Is Zulu's bagqoka iskirt sabo anekwanjwa amabele. Baxhosa kuvezwe something like kwanjwa amabele to show kwa amachiji. Is it amachiji? Yes.
Yes,
amachiji like that. So how do you explain that? Like traditional way, yeah, is revealing. So say at Rhodes there's a traditional theme thingy event, yabo. So you have to wear traditionally, and then mina ngiyafika in a room isisine we have a collaboration with the guys. Ngiyafika mina a traditional way yami ngamabele ami neskirt sami esifutshane ngizigqokozela ubusweni bonke. So how would you make of that? Because anxibanga
leyo nto le angasho ukuthi as for Zulu culture, because there are other people culture abawenza begqoka ama traditional attire aveza umzimba.
Yes.
I also support that, because I feel like that is where umuntu okumele utshengisa khona ngomzimba wakho. Imagine amatshitshi kusuke kuabantu like abane purity, like abangakaze belale, abangakaze benze in. So iyona ndlela ileso sikhathi kumele beyo celebrate khona ukuthi umuntu kafake lawo ma short skirts awenziwayo ukuze beyibungaze ubona. Yes, I support that, but angisupport ukuthi just because umuntu uyitshitshi kwamele ehambe town ngemini skirts. No, unless kunesimo esimphoqayo, maybe mhlambe baya kwi event thizeni yamatshitshi, maybe bazodlula town, and then yes, I accept that because
okay. With that being said,
so I think I understand what you mean, but again, I am glad that I have umzali ongana stress ngindlela ngayo, because she knows and understands that this is how I express myself. I express myself in the way that I dress, and mostly because I believe that dressing is an art. This is how I show this is how I want people to see me, and this is what I want people to think of me when I am dressed in a certain way. So I guess we can agree to disagree.
yes. And with that being said, we just have to understand and respect each other's way of doing things. It may not
opinions.
it may not align with your thingies, but it aligns with mine. And if my side if my important people and my side of the family is fine with it, then it's fine.
Exactly.
So I respect you for speaking out, and thank you for that. And also we respect your opinions as well as we ask you to respect ours. Ne? So thank you for coming and thank you for sharing. And we'll see you guys on the next one.